Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Babish Live Cooking Grill Experience Live, brought to you by The Botanist. We're here in rainy New York City. It is my pride and privilege to introduce to you upstate New York's favorite son, Andrew Ray. Oh, wow. Thank you. Woo, wow. What an introduction. That was so nice. Thank you so much, whoever read that. Hey, guys, how you doing? Nice to see you. This is my camera here, I'm being told, so this is how I'm going to address you at home. My name is Andrew Ray. You might know me as Binging with Babish, which is a confusing name for a person to have, but that's how you probably know me. And I want to thank you guys so much for coming out to this first unofficial Friday of summer grilling live stream brought to you by The Botanist Isla Dry Gin. Isla Dry Gin, right? That's the one? Okay, yeah. So this stream is brought to you by The Botanist. They've been an amazing partner over the years, and we're really excited to be working with them to bring you both some fun grilling tips and some fun, delicious cocktails. I'm acting like I'm reading a script. I'm not. There is a script that I can read. If you, so we are here talking about grilling tips today. Primarily, we are talking about just grilling kebabs. I don't know why we called it grilling tips. I'm gonna try to give you as many tips as I can, but mostly we're talking kebabs, kebab tips, if you will. So thank you again so much to The Botanist for sponsoring this live stream. We're gonna kick things off by making a Botanist and Tonic, a grilled raspberry Botanist and Tonic. Am I hitting everything, or should we move on to making the cocktail? Am I the only one with the document open? Yes, I am. Yes. If you don't have a bottle of The Botanist yet, you can order it on Drizzly. Drizzly is an app where you can only order The Botanist. That's the only thing that they sell, and I'm kidding. Drizzly is an app where you can get your favorite different kinds of alcohols within 1 hour, generally. I'm not gonna make that guarantee, no sir. And if you tell them Babish sent you by using code BotanistBabish, you get $5 off if you're a new user. Little life hack there, just make a new email. Just make a different email. I'm kidding, don't do that. Oh jeez, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. The FCC. I almost said FAA, which would have been even more confusing. Before I make this cocktail here, should we field a couple questions? We got any super chats or anybody standing out? Any Rochesterians? Yeah. Any people yelling out 585? Go Bills?
A lot of kosher salt.
A lot of kosher salt. A lot of kosher salt. Folks, we got the kosher salt right here. Don't worry. Don't worry. No, don't worry about it. We're all about the kosher salts around here. If you watched my recent piece on Wired, I explained why I always use kosher salt. It's because it's pinchable. And because it's a bigger grain of salt, so there's less salt in a teaspoon of kosher salt than a teaspoon of table salt. Yeah? You see what I'm talking about? It's a more forgiving salt. You can pinch it so you can feel the salt going in there. That's not why you're here. You're here to learn about grilling tips. Here in New York City, I should point out, it is raining. It is not just raining. It is raining a lot. It looks like beautiful sunlight pouring in through the windows right now, but that's because of our incredible production lights. And now something's going on here. They have these hand signals that we're supposed to be like, oh, there we go, okay. Yeah, we're getting a shot out the window here. As you can see, it is raining. But if there's one thing that I've learned as an American, it's that nothing will stop us from grilling. Nothing. Rain, sleet, or snow. That's the post office. Come hell or high water, we are grilling. Unless the water gets too high, in which case, maybe not. But for now, we're grilling. So we're gonna make some kebabs today, and like I mentioned, we got some wonderful cocktails. We're making a grilled raspberry B&T, Botanist and Tonic, and we're making a Negroni Bianco, which is a white Negroni. It's made, most Negronis are that bright red color, and this is made with Italian white bitters instead of the usual I can't remember the name of the red Italian liqueur, but it's a white Italian liqueur. It's really great for a summer's day, rain or shine. So let's start off with a cocktail, shall we? Thank you again to The Botanist for sponsoring this stream. Let's make a cocktail. Where's my mise for that?
You want to answer a question?
Oh yeah, I'd love to answer a question.
We got a couple super chats that you can shout out when you have a second to yourself. But
would love to.
Question from Q's. Thank you very much for the super chat. CG artist here. I remember you mentioned coming from a VFX background. Do you miss those days at all?
Oh man. All right. So, yeah, I should repeat questions back. That's how TV works. I'd like to point out that we have the whole team here. We'll introduce you to them after the stream. But we got Jess on the roaming cam. We got Brad directing. We've got Sawyer emceeing, and we've got Kendall doing literally everything else because she's amazing like that. She did all this beautiful mise en place. Like, remember the old live streams when I would just kind of show up and be like, I just got back from the grocery store. Okay, what do we need to do? French toast? I don't know, let's soak some bread. Those are the old live streams, and now everything's laid out, it's beautiful, and it's still gonna be just as goofy. Like, you can organize things as much as you want, I'm still gonna screw it up. So, let's start by screwing up this cocktail. I'm kidding, this is a very easy cocktail to make. I'd have to try real hard to screw this up. But, you know, I'm about to, because here's the mixing glasses, okay. They gave us these really cool mixing glasses that are made, I think, from an old Botanist bottle. I don't know, but I love their bottle design. It's really, really cool. I'm gonna throw some ice in here, so chat amongst yourselves while I'm grabbing some ice. Maybe switch to B cam so we can get an action shot of some ice. Brad, it's okay, that's all right.
Turn up the volume on your lock. It looks like the levels are good.
You want me to turn?
People are saying,
We're up all the way.
We can't do that on the computer?
No, the levels are all the way up and our screen looks good.
Huh, all right, well, should we try to do that on the pack? This is what I was talking about, folks. We know what we're doing, but yeah, you know. So let's see here. Can you do it on the receiver?
I don't think so.
Can I do it here?
Noise. I think you've got to.
Sorry, folks. We'll be right back. We'll be right with you. I've never used this pack before. All right, sorry, folks. I'm just gonna yell until we turn up the volume a little bit.
Turn the volume up on your own computer.
You turn the volume up at home. I can't do it for you. The button's right there. No, I'm kidding. I just don't know how to turn it up on the pack. We can do this. We got it. Yeah, Brad's coming on. Everybody, please give Brad a big round of applause. This is our director, Brad Cash. Here we go. And I'm just going to talk you through this, Brad.
You said you were going to mess it up, and it was me who messed it up.
No, come on, bud. We've been using these packs forever. I don't know what could possibly be doing this.
I mean, the levels look so
You're
good.
doing the exact same things that I'm doing.
It doesn't work. It doesn't happen on here. Confirmed that.
Okay, well, I'm just going to keep talking loud then. They like me talking loud? Can you hear this better? Yeah. I'm going to keep it going. My vocals will last the 2 hours of this live stream. Anyway, for those of you following along at home, we're going to make a grilled raspberry Botanist and Tonic. Are they saying them being too loud now? Oh, fuck. You know what? In addition to all, like, you know, offensive words, we should add volume to a list of blocked words. No, I'm kidding. But we appreciate all of you who like the volume the way it is. Thank you so much. I have so many mixing spoons. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna after that, you know, I think we could go for a cocktail, right, folks? I'm gonna have a cocktail now. This is the stuff for the Negroni Bianco. Okay, I see. We put all the mise for all the drinks on the one tray. I get it now. But this needs mint, this needs raspberry, and this needs a grilled raspberry simple syrup. This is pretty easy to make. It's a little bit challenging because you have to grill raspberries, which that sentence alone is hilarious to me. But if you grill the raspberries, you get this nice, you know, smoky char on there, and that translates into the syrup. Basically, once you've grilled the raspberries, you boil them together with sugar and water, just like you would any simple syrup, and strain it, and you end up with this guy. And this adds a really lovely flavor to a gin and tonic, or a botanist and tonic, if you will. So to make this cocktail, what are the amounts? I need the amounts. I got them right here. Don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry about it. All right, I need 2 ounces of the Botanist Isla dry gin. So I'm gonna grab one of these fresh bottles here. They sent us like 6 bottles. It's great. What?
The
No mixing glass.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Well, that's fun. So I'm being told that you're not allowed to make this in a mixing glass. um, Here, we'll just make it in a glass. That makes more sense to me. Like you're supposed to assemble a G&T in the glass. So that makes a lot more sense to me. So we're going to start by adding 2 ounces of the Botanist Isla Dry Gin to our intended drinking glass. This is important. Don't do it in a mixing glass, otherwise it could catch fire. Also, hot grilling tip, don't let this bottle get too close to the grill. I mean, I shouldn't have to tell you that, but alcohol and fire don't get along. Or maybe they get along a little bit too well, am I right? And we mustn't have that. That's a synergy that we don't need. There's a garbage bowl. I'm just gonna throw things in the sink. Deal with that later, because I'm not sure if you guys know this, but in New York City, you cannot have a garbage disposal. No one in this great city has a garbage disposal, just like not skipping the line to vote. There is no favoritism. No one can have a garbage disposal. Robert De Niro doesn't have a garbage disposal in his townhouse. So, 2 ounces of the Botanist Isla Dry Gin. And then we need ½ an ounce of the grilled raspberry syrup, which that just rolls off the tongue so nicely. Grilled raspberry. I'm gonna open a restaurant called The Grilled Raspberry. And we're gonna make things that are a little fussy, but taste really good. Just like grilled raspberry simple syrup. It's a little fussy, tastes really good. All right, so we're gonna mix those guys together using the very longest cocktail spoon you can get your hands on. That's very, very important. It's an elegant look, and it makes you feel like a professional bartender. And isn't that really all we're aspiring to be? And then we're going to top that up with some tonic water, just like that. And then you get this nice sort of, gradient effect where the tonic is sitting on top and you got all the lovely pink down towards, well, maybe not. It's okay. It's either way, it looks nice. And then we're going to garnish simply with some raspberries. You should always garnish with a garnish that indicates what you're drinking. Am I right? So, this cocktail contains grilled raspberries. So, of course, we're going to garnish it with raspberries. 3 of them to be precise, just like that. And then a nice sprig of mint. I'm going to go for like the biggest, baddest one I can get my hands on. Just shove that right in there. Do I get to drink this with a straw? Can I use a straw? A metal straw, of course. No single-use plastics. We got ourselves a metal straw. Maybe a straight straw instead. Do we have a straight straw? No, we don't have a straight straw, so this one's just fine. All right, and there you have it. That is a grilled raspberry Botanist and Tonic. It is a lovely summer drink. Again, rain or shine. And I'm going to enjoy a sip of this now before we get to cooking, because if you're going to grill, you need something refreshing. And it's Friday, for God's sake. Have we mentioned that it's Friday yet? Because it's Friday. Also, I would love to raise a toast because we're celebrating tonight. We literally, not 10 minutes before we started this live stream, just hit 9 million subscribers, folks. Cheers. Here's to you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for interacting with us in any way, because it's really helped the channel grow to an incredible place. And this is the longest cheers in the world. If you don't drink at the end of a cheers, it's bad luck. So cheers to 9 million, guys. Here's to you guys. Everybody's got their own B&Ts in the background. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. That's the tagline. That's, if you ever watched our Botanist commercial, that's what I say, just like, cheers. Ooh, that's good. I really hope that camera was live. Was it? Damn it, Brad. All right, one more time. If I have to take another sip of this Botanist. Ooh, that's good. Well, that's dangerous. That's sharp. I almost gave myself an incision. All right. Now, I'm gonna get all this meat out of the way, and then we can start messing with meat, because it's Friday. It's the unofficial first Friday of summer, and we're messing with meat because what else are you gonna do on the first Friday of summer? Luckily, I've got an enclosed porch here, so we should still be able to grill. If it's raining where you are, I apologize. But because I know there's like a storm headed up the entire East Coast right now. Like my family is getting dumped on right now with just rainstorms up in Rochester. I hope you guys are staying dry up there. here we go. Let's just get everything out of the way. I'm really waffling on getting this mise out of the way. All right, there goes the bottle. There goes the grilled raspberry syrup that I'm gonna hang on to until the end of time because it's really, really tasty. Or I guess until I use all of it. Anyway, I'm going to quickly wipe this down because as I put my hand down, I felt a wet spot, and we don't want that for our meat. So, speaking of meat, Kendall was kind enough to pre-cut most of my meat here. We got some chicken breast, we got some chicken thigh, and we got some beef. And the biggest tip I want you to take away from this live stream is to put one kind of thing on each skewer. You know what I mean? Don't do kebabs of, you mustn't do kebabs of say beef and peppers and onions because these things cook at different rates. Like by the time the beef is done cooking, your vegetables might be burnt to a crisp, or vice versa. So you want to put individual meats on individual skewers. It's not as pretty, I know, but it just makes for much better kebabs. And at the end of the day, you're just taking the stuff off the kebab anyway. You're just unskewering it. So what's the difference, I don't know. So hopefully you're not too bothered by that. But here we go. Need my gloves. I know I just said no single-use plastics, but sorry. Gloves, I really do appreciate working with gloves. Also, as you might have noticed, I'm wearing a bit of a little extra on my fingers, and we don't want even though this is a food-safe nail polish. What's it called? Vinyl X, something like that. It's a food-safe nail polish, but we don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I understand. So, got most of my meat cut up, but just for reference, she left me one breast and one thigh, and boy, do I appreciate it. Where's all the Babish knives? I'm gonna betray myself and use another brand of knife. It's okay. This stream is sponsored by The Botanist. That's fine. While I'm chopping these up, I'm gonna chop them into bite-sized cubes. This is about what you want for a kebab, right? 1 to 2 bites. 1 to 2 bites. That's what I just said. Sorry. While I'm chopping this up, how about a couple little Q's and A's?
Quick thanks to Simon for 90 pounds.
Whoa, 90 pounds. That's almost 5,000 American dollars. That's a dated joke. Anyway, thank you so much, Simon, for the incredible super chat. Does he have a question? Or just
a congrats, but I got a $50 question from Jeff.
$50 question. Hit me.
I'm currently sous videing some 2-inch thick ribeyes and will be throwing them on the grill tonight for the wife.
Ooh.
And in-laws.
All right, somebody's making all the right moves.
Any tips to avoid disappointment from the father-in-law? I'm going to repeat the question, they can't hear.
So they can't hear swear, so I'm gonna repeat the question. Maybe they were talking about you, that you were too quiet.
A little bit.
Oh, well, okay. In terms of tips for this gentleman, what was his name?
Jeff Loeb.
Jeff Loeb. Jeff Loeb, first off, kudos for taking good care of your wife and the in-laws with some high-quality meats prepared with love and science. I appreciate that. I'm sure they will too. And tips to make sure that it goes well. I would suggest that you make sure that you're cooking it to the doneness that your in-laws want. Don't try to indoctrinate your in-laws on medium rareness if that's not their thing. Now's not the time. Save that. That's a whole different battle. So I would recommend just asking, how do you like it cooked? If they say, brown in the middle and well done. I like the way I like my steak the way I like my jokes. What's the line from Larry Sanders Show? It's like we like our steaks the way we like our humor. Well done. I'm a big fan of the Larry Sanders Show. It's sorry. So just make it the way they like it. That's all I can say. I appreciate that you're sous videing it as well, because clearly if you're doing that, you want it to be properly cooked. But just make it the way the in-laws want. Best of luck, and thank you so much for the awesome super chat. Anybody else?
Sure. Let's see here. Got some Rochester love.
Yo.
Tom from Rochester, quick shout out.
Tom.
Shout out from South Africa.
All right.
Rodolph.
Wow. All over, folks.
Shout out from Motor City. Thank you, Relentless.
Garbage bowl. Thank you, Relentless.
Another Rachel Marie shout out real quick. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rachel Marie.
And now the question. I know this is from Reed, who gave $50.
Oh,
I know
Reed.
this is sacrilege, but what would happen if you slow cooked the steak, ribeye, New York, etc., like short ribs or brisket? Would it pull apart and shred? Also, fun idea, Monty Python, Meaning of Life, the meal that blows up Mr. Creosote.
Good, Mr. Creosote. And that is one of the most disgusting scenes in the whole of Monty Python. And that's saying something. He eats too much and his entire gut blows up and you see his ribs sticking. It's terrible. But yes, I will do that eventually because, you know, time marches on and I will run out of ideas one day. In terms of braising a ribeye, I don't think I could recommend it. One of the best parts one of the reasons short rib is so inexpensive is because you can't just throw it on the grill and have it come out of. I mean, you could actually. I love grilled short ribs, so there's a hot tip right there. Start grilling some short ribs, boneless ones. It's really really good. So first off, I mean, okay, this is not a ribeye. This is a top sirloin. Yeah, this is a top sirloin. But ribeye can be similar a little bit. The eye of the ribeye, not much intramuscular fat. And if you do have a lot of intramuscular fat, it means that you got some prime ribeye, and you really don't want to braise that. Because yes, it would turn out tender and tasty, I would assume, but it's so expensive. Ribeye is so much more expensive than the cheaper braise cuts like your chuck and your short ribs that you can do it, and I'm sure it would taste fine, but it would just be a waste. Also, there's a lot of fat on a ribeye that would just end up being this kind of like soft, blubbery stuff instead of the creamy, delicious stuff that Sawyer likes to eat off my plate when I'm not looking like my dad used to. I wouldn't fully recommend that. The steak that we are grilling today is top sirloin. Nice cheap cut, and it's relatively tender, especially when cooked to medium rare. You want to avoid bits like this. See this? I'm going to pull it apart. It's going to be kind of gross. Jess is like looking away right now. She hates that. But see all this stuff? Not only is it fat, it is the bane of every grill master's existence. That is silver skin. That is a layer of connective tissue that no matter how much you cook it or how you cook it, it will never become tender. You will always end up chewing on it like bubble gum. And nobody wants that when they're having kebabs. So make sure you discard of the silver skin. Trash bowl. I'm going to get used to the fact that there's a trash bowl there one day. All right. But yeah, likewise, we're cutting this into 1-inch chunks. We just want, nice bite-sized pieces. There we go. Try to cut around the refuse. Any other questions while I'm doing this?
Did you want to heat up the grill?
Oh, good thinking. That's a great question, Sawyer. So Sawyer just asked, do I want to heat up the grill? And the answer to that is yes. So I'm going to wait just a second, just because I don't want to go out there and be like, oh my God, it's 800 degrees. And typically you want to salt your meat and let it rest a little bit. Chicken and beef alike, especially beef, salt it and let it sit. Ideally for like 30 minutes at room temperature. We don't have 30 minutes because this is only a 2-hour-long stream. The math is wrong on that somewhere. So I'm just going to let it go for like 15, but literally any pre-salting you do is going to have wonderful outcomes. We got a siren because we're here in New York City, so I'm going to wait for that to go by. Or I'll just say more inane things while that's going by. I'm mixing up my refuse and my good beef here, so I got to start using this trash bowl. Well, it sounds like it's almost gone. This is better than Soho, at least. I used to live next to a fire station. So every 5 minutes, there was a huge siren going off. It was very hard to do voiceover in those days. So, anywho, yes, as soon as I am done cutting up this meat and salting it, letting it hang out a little bit, I'm going to start the grill because we want to preheat the grill. We're going to do a 2-zone fire. That means that we're going to have the burners on full blast on one side of the grill and off entirely on the other side of the grill. And that's going to give us both a very hot searing surface and a more oven-like area where we can finish cooking things without putting more crust, more sear on them. which is going to be particularly important for the beef, because if we want to really sear the hell out of the beef on the hot side of the grill, and then we want to just like bring it up to our desired temperature, I'm going to shoot for like 130. This would be fine medium rare, but I think that the ideal serving temperature for sirloin is probably medium, just because of the lack of intramuscular fat. Actually, medium rare would be better for sirloin, because when you have a lot of intramuscular fat in something like a skirt steak, I always go medium with that, because otherwise you get a very chewy texture. You want to get that fat hot enough that it starts to render and it starts to soften and it's not slippery and gross. Anyway, there's our beef. I need a bowl for the beef. We got a bowl for the beef? Got a beef bowl? Yeah, I'll just do it on here. Let's do it on here. That's fine. So, beef. I'm just going to do it on here. If I haven't made that clear already, I'm just going to do it here. I'm going to also get this out of the way. I still have to chop the vegetables, but I'm not doing it on here because it has been contaminated. I can flip this over, though. Brilliant. Perfect. Okay. So, bottom of this is not contaminated. I'm going to spread these guys out a little bit. Doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to hit them with some kosher salt. You can hit it with pepper too if you like, but the salting is the most important part. This not only sort of tenderizes the beef a little bit, it helps it retain moisture better when it's cooking, and it deeply seasons it. It just gets the salt penetrates deeper into the meat than it might otherwise. So this is going to, you're going to end up with more flavorful, tenderer beef at the end of the day. Any other questions we can field?
Happy Gilmore 19
Nice.
asked, what about a grilled pizza? How would you do that?
A grilled pizza is very, very, very doable, especially if you got one of those, kettle grills, like a what's called a big green egg. That is especially doable because you can get that up to an incredible temperature. And one of the biggest difficulties with home cooks, this is all going on the grill, but I'm not going to cross-contaminate. I'll be careful for once in my life. You can get those up to really incredible temperatures. And if you're making a Neapolitan-style pizza, were you on me? I'm sorry, I tried to. Ready? No. Oh, you go back to A. Here we go. If you're making a Neapolitan-style pizza, well, you're gonna want. And I ruined it because I laughed like a little child. You need the question I was trying to answer 20 minutes ago, you need super high temperatures for something like a Neapolitan pie, and that's way easier to get on your grill than it is in your oven. Very hard to get your temperature above like 600 degrees in your oven, but the grill, you could probably crank that guy up to, I've gotten this gas grill up to 800 degrees, and I've gotten charcoal grills over 1,000 degrees. And that's really what you want for those Neapolitan pies. They need like 90 seconds, and you can grill them right on the grate, just right in there, no problem, easy money. And it's a great way to make pizza at home. There's a lot of articles about it that are far more informative than I'm being right now. So yeah, just search whatever kind of grill you have and pizza, and some genius is going to have made a whole article that outlines in beautiful detail exactly how you do that with your specific grill. That's the beauty of the internet. I'm just over here mashing chicken around. Get some sound on that. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. The only one wearing headphones is Brad, so he's the only one really experiencing this. That and thousands of people watching. How many people we got watching?
7,500.
Okay, I thought you were about to say 700, and I was like, did I just say thousands of people? Like a real jackass? Jackass, that's what it is. It somehow sounded worse when I said it that way, so I was like, I just want to clarify that what I just said was jackass, not anything weird. What?
GD Biddy.
GD Biddy?
Still waiting for a binging Steve 1989 MRE info collab.
GD Biddy is still waiting for a Steve 1989 MRE info and Babish collab. Me too, brother. Me too. Me too. because we emailed briefly a long time ago, but you know the man's busy. He's got a landscaping job, or he owns a landscaping company rather, and he is constantly eating these meals that somehow don't kill him. These 100-year-old meals, and these also brand new like Belarusian special forces meals, which is very very interesting job that guy has. And I still fall asleep to those videos. They're still my lullaby. Steve 1989 MRE info is. A lot of people tell me that they fall asleep to my voice, and to creep them out, I'll tell them a true story, which is that once I fell asleep listening to my own voice. That's a true story, and is now something you can't unhear. Anyway, we have all of our meat salted, tossed together. We're gonna let it sit. If you're at home, if you're doing this at home, oh, we could let it sit on the skewers. What am I doing? We could skewer these guys up. Get out of here with that. All right, thank you. Yeah, so we have some really cool skewers. Oh, let's preheat the grill first, probably. You ready? You ready to do this? We're gonna do our first traveling outside in the rain, mobile camera, Jess on B cam. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. so here we are. We made it. It stopped raining kind of a little bit. It's very moist out here. I feel like I can drink the air. So I got my grill here. As you can see, it's cold as stone. And you want to preheat your grill for a couple reasons. First off, you want nice hot grates on here that you can throw the food down, and when it hits, it goes tss. That's what you want. And number two, you want to be able to clean your grill grates. You want them to have non-stick properties, so that you can see there's some old food on there from last time I grilled. Don't show them that. That's the sad part of it. You can see there's some old food. I thought I heard you zoom again. You can see there's some old food on here, and what I'm going to do is get this really hot, then I'm going to scrape it down, ideally with a grill brush, or if you can't find yours, I'm just going to use some steel wool. We got a plane going by. Hi. There goes the plane. I feel like I'm doing one of those stand-up comedians post-COVID doing stand-up outdoors, where they're just like, okay, let's wait for the helicopter now. Anyway, back to the joke that I was crafting from scratch. Okay, so we're gonna turn on our gas, right? You remembered to turn off your gas between uses, right? You did the safe thing, right? I forget sometimes too, but always make sure you turn your gas off at the source between grilling sessions. Now, like I mentioned, we're doing a 2-zone cooking surface, but for the preheat, I'm probably gonna crank all these guys on. So, at least 3 of them. I'm gonna do at least 3 of them. I got these 3 on, I'm leaving this one off, and when we start cooking, I'm gonna crank that guy off. So we'll have hot, 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 and then just like oven over here. This will be like an oven, and this will be like a grill. Makes sense, right? I don't know. So that's indirect grilling. We're gonna let that preheat. I wanna get that up around 450-ish, something like that. I want it hot enough where it's gonna sear on this side and it's gonna cook on this side. So heading back in, here we go. Did we do it? Oh, I gotta close the door. Seamless. All right. So now that you've seen that incredibly professional transition from indoors to out, you might be better off just standing there and zooming. How far does that zoom lens go? She's testing it out. We're testing things out midstream. It's all right. Who else does multicam streams? Like, we're still, no? Okay. All right. No, that's fine. No, you guys did the dry run.
It's funny, the transition.
I think the transition's funny, yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on that temperature on that grill. I have here my vinyl bag, and I have here my skewers. I like metal skewers. If you have wood skewers, you can soak them in water for like an hour before you grill or overnight. People have said that doesn't have much of an effect, but I've just noticed that mine char less when I soak them beforehand. And you don't really want charred skewers, now do you? Am I right, fellas? Sorry. And since we're about to skewer these and I don't feel like doing anything with them ever again after they've been skewered, I'm going to hit them with some pepper and a little bit of either vegetable oil or this is some grilling olive oil. So it's a light olive oil. It doesn't have, it's not extra virgin. It doesn't have all that extra flavor. It's got a much higher smoke point. It's just better for higher applications like this. I'm just going to hit these with a little bit of oil because it's just going to help them brown. It's going to help them build up a better crust on the grill. It's just the right thing to do. You got to do the right thing sometimes. Sometimes. Oop, gross. I'm going to toss these guys around, and then what we're also going to do is we're going to make both a basting sauce, so like a mixture of lime juice and oil and garlic that we're going to brush these guys down with right before they're done cooking, just enough to cook the garlic, so like 1 minute before you pull them off the grill on the cool side of the grill so you don't burn the garlic, because garlic gets acrid when you burn it, right? Yes. Wait, here, we'll do it. We'll do it. Ready? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Very good. So, okay, we got all these peppered and oiled and all that good stuff. Any questions? Because I'm about to be skewering for about the next 45 minutes or so. I have a sip of my raspberry B&T.
Mateo Schaefer asks, any more collabs with Joshie Weissman?
What was the name?
Mateo Schaefer.
Mateo Schaefer asks if any more collabs coming up with Joshie Weissman, which everybody calls him Papa on his channel and in his subreddit. They all call him Papa. So I can't call him Papa. I'm 10 years older than him, and I can't do that. So yes, some collabs coming up for sure with Josh Weissman. For now, all we're doing is sending each other pictures of our watches and his cars. he's got. I'm not going to out him for what kind of car he has. He just has a very nice car, and he is and should be very proud of it. And I'm kind of a car nerd, and I really want to get my dream car. Am I allowed to talk about car brands right now? Okay. Yeah, it's not really a competitor for the Botanist Isla Dry Gin. Just don't drive and drink. Never drink and drive. There's no joke there. Just don't do that. It's stupid. But when you are entirely not drinking and have a vehicle, my favorite car that I really want to get, but I live in Brooklyn and have to street park, so there's no way that it would survive. My current car, I have an Audi A4, is in the shop right now because somebody backed into it and left. Because that's just like, that's not even like a weird thing around here. That's just like, oh, somebody backed into my car. Oh, I have to replace the entire hood. Oh, it's going to cost $10,000. Oh, insurance isn't going to cover it. Oh, cool. Anyway, this is just me venting. This is just therapy now. Oh, we're going to get more than one skewer out of this. This is great. Maybe these shouldn't really be packed up next to each other, should they? I'm going to give these guys a little bit of breathing room. Sometimes you can do that, like if you're going for more of like a shawarma vibe, you can pack the meat right up next to each other. I'm going to give it a little bit more breathing room so it cooks a little bit more evenly throughout. Otherwise, we might have little raw spots in between each piece of beef. In fact, I'm gonna go a little crazier here, and I'm really going to space these guys out. There we go. That's the stuff. Any other questions? But yeah, Josh Weissman. Sorry, Josh Weissman. Yes. As soon as he gets out here, or I get out there to Austin, if he comes out to New York, I'll hang with him. I'm very excited to see him again. We always have a good time when we hang out, and he's a landowner now. He is of landowning age, and I'm not outing him on that either because he posted on Instagram. He's building his house and his studio, and I'm really proud of him. I'm really happy for him. And he said the nicest thing about me in an AMA recently on his subreddit. He said I was the nicest person he ever collabed with. He also said I was the only person he ever collabed with, which is not true. He's been on Burger Show and stuff like that. Maybe it was an old interview. I don't know. But he said a very nice thing about me to the point where like Jess woke me up to show me. Like I was I was dead asleep, and she was like, "Honey, wake up. You have to read this right now." And I was like, "Well, sweet dreams for me. Now I'm dreaming about Josh." What? That is exactly what happened. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That isn't what happened this morning. It did happen. It did happen this morning.
They really want to know the car. You never told them.
Oh, sorry. Oh man, I failed as a live streamer. My favorite car is the Audi RS7, the brand new one. It is a work of art, I think. I think it's a new modern classic, and I can't wait till I can one day own one. Maybe when the Bed and Babish is done, which if you haven't heard about that, I can give some updates there. The Bed and Babish, I have closed on land. Land belongs to me now. It's a 2-acre tract in overlooking the Delaware River. It's a steep grade that we're going to build the house into the hillside. Lots of really fun surprises in there. It's going to be a foodie retreat. And hopefully we'll be starting to take reservations the first thing in 2022. And we should be breaking ground in the next 6 weeks. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. What we are talking about, I'm just changing gloves because I'm going from beef to chicken, and it feels weird. Feels strange. So, what do you think?
You mix them all with the same glove.
No, I mixed the chicken with the same glove. Oh, I mixed the pepper and the oil with the same glove. Busted. The last time I got caught during a live stream screwing something up, I was roasted thoroughly for it. It was that barbecue sauce test. Remember years ago? that was bad news. So now I got the chicken breast here. I am, when it comes to grilling, I'm kind of more of a chicken breast guy. You just got to cook it properly. Everybody thinks of chicken breast as very, very dry, but that's only if you overcook it. I can't legally say that, you should cook it to 150, 155. The CDC recommends that you push it to 165, and that's when chicken breast dries out. But if you have high quality chicken breasts like this one, we know where this came from. This came from a happy chicken, and you like juicy chicken breasts. I cook it to 155. We're gonna have plenty of chicken kebabs. It doesn't matter. It's all getting cooked. It's all raw meats.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. These are gonna touch. Sorry. But if you're just joining us, folks, I need to tell you again that we are making kebabs separately. We do not do chicken and vegetables and beef. And if I catch you putting 2 different kinds of meat on your kebab, like if I catch you doing beef and shrimp kebabs, I'm gonna come to your house and Godfather 2 style, I'm gonna say, I know what you did, and I'm gonna give you the kiss of death. That's what I just learned on Reddit, that's what that was. I never understood why he kissed Fredo on the mouth. I was like, you've just found out your brother betrayed you. Spoiler alert. Sorry. And so you went up to him and you say, I know it was you, and you kiss him on the mouth. I guess that is actually like a traditional mob thing, like that marks somebody for death, which badass. That's what I'm going to start doing when I find out that you've been grilling 2 different kinds of meat on the same skewer, is the moral of that story. Any other questions?
Some people want you to buy a Tesla.
Oh, I've already bought a Tesla for my brother.
Yep, then somebody corrected them and said that too.
All right, thank you. We got a super fan.
Yeah.
I love Teslas though. Don't get me wrong. I love Teslas, and I will own one day. But the RS7 is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. Anyway, sorry.
Are
Go
there
ahead.
going to be any more botched by Babish? And if so, when?
We just finished shooting episode 2 of Botched by Babish. Not even last night. By that I mean we did finish shooting it last night, and it was a challenge. I'll leak to you here what we made, what we made is cacio e pepe, which, as you might know, a little Italian food channel. I can't remember what they're called. I'm kidding. They're called Italia Squisita, and they're very, very nice people. We've actually talked a lot, and they sent me a gift box full of some guanciale, some like legit guanciale. Like you can see the side of the pig's mouth. Like it's really, really a hog jowl. Like you no mistaking that for anything but what it is. A big wedge of pecorino romano, whole bunch of goodies. And the truffled pearls that I used in, that made a horrible noise, that I used in Tuesday's episode for the bucatini al tartufo. So they are really, really sweet folks. And just like with Maddie in the first episode of Botched, if you haven't watched Botched yet, it's our new show where I go back and I try to rectify mistakes that I've made on the channel. And I've made plenty, which is why we felt the need to make a show. Because we were like, wow, this is gonna... How are we doing on time, by the way? Am I just rambling way too much?
Well,
Something's supposed to happen at 5:45. Oh, the next drink?
4:45.
4:45.
The first drink was supposed to happen then, so.
I thought it was, oops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Botanist. I thought that was supposed to happen first.
It did, it was.
Oh.
But after, I guess, 45 minutes of the intro. Doesn't matter. You needed a drink to kick
Yeah, no, yeah, come on. Be reasonable. All right, well, regardless, soon I will make the next cocktail, perhaps once we get all these skewered, let them hang out, and then before we hit the grill, we'll get the Negroni Bianco going. How's that sound?
Yeah.
You can talk to the brand, see what they think. What was I saying? I can't remember what the question was, but botch. Sorry. So Botch by Babish is our new series where I go back and I try to fix mistakes of old. The first episode we did poutine, which was a very, very controversial episode, mostly because I didn't use real cheese curds. I used mozzarella that I squished into a ball so as to resemble cheese curds. And turns out people aren't a big fan of that. Turns out people don't like it when you do that, particularly those from Wisconsin and Canada. So my bad. All right, I flipped this over, so this is good to go. Okay. Should I sanitize it real quick? Do we have any sanitary spray? It's all downstairs. No, I never put any meat on here. This is fine. I'm just ruining my countertop by just mashing meat into it. What's up?
Oh, just another question if you want it.
Hit me.
Jennifer Caskey, who we met on the book tour, or
Oh.
you met in Atlanta? We went to Atlanta?
No. Wait.
Jennifer Caskey allegedly met you in Atlanta, just got engaged.
Oh, no, wait, no, I went to Atlanta. Remember I did a second quicker one. Yeah.
And she just got engaged. She wants to make a dessert for her future in-laws.
Oh, okay. Dessert, sorry, Jennifer
Caskey?
whom I met in Atlanta during one of the book events, wants to know another in-laws question, was that it?
I guess so.
Oh, the in-laws are a hot topic tonight. Wants a great dessert to serve to her in-laws. I think that the dessert that you should, this is like one of those improv games where everybody's coming up with the next word in the sentence, but it's just me. I think that, we got the cookies, that's not very elegant. We have a cookies basics coming out soon. And man, these cookies are good. We have this amazing method to get like the most amazing texture out of these cookies. But let's see. Flourless chocolate cake. Recently I did the date night episode a few months ago around Valentine's Day and made a gorgeous flourless chocolate cake. It's very easy, much easier than a lava cake, which you have to really time, otherwise you ruin it. And it can be made ahead of time, and it's just otherworldly. The texture is so velvety yet fudgy, like it's so good. And then I showed 3 different sauces that you can put on there. It's really, really amazing. I'm gonna grab the vegetables here before we go too deep into the weeds. Here we go. Speaking of weeds, here's some vegetables. So again, Kendall did the hard work for me, pre-chopping the stuff. So I'm just going to demonstrate to you, exactly what we're doing here. So for the onion, we want, these like bite-sized chunks, right? And if we cook the vegetables separately, they're going to be a lot, like, you ever have a shish kebab and it's got onion and beef next to it, and the onion is just burnt to a crisp, and the beef is, undercooked, and then everybody gets into a big fight at the family reunion, and you don't see your cousins for 9 years, and is it just me? No? Okay. Well, that actually didn't even happen. I'm just making up stories right now. But grilling the vegetables and the beef and the chicken separately allows you to have full control over how much everything is getting cooked. So I'm cutting this into, about 1 to 2 inch pieces. We want just enough where, that's a bite. Like once this is grilled and it's nice and sweet and caramelized and everything, I'd eat this entire, I'm gonna eat it now. Delicious. Were you on that camera? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Great. So, all right, so there's there's our red onion. And then other than that, we got some zucchini, which I think we'll just do in half here. And I just want to cut these into sort of big old chunks, Is this in the way? Is this like really distracting? Should I put that over there? Oh, I got those onion eyes, despite my goggles. All right, so these, we want everything to be, in a comparable sort of size, so everything cooks evenly. So I'm cutting these pieces of zucchini to roughly the same size, thickness, and girth as my onions and as my peppers. And then that way we end up with evenly cooked vegetables. Oh, yours are bigger. I screwed up. It's okay, it's fine. Seriously, the kebabs are pretty forgiving as far as the grilling family goes. Kebabs are pretty forgiving. Now, to cut up and DC to pepper, my favorite method is to sort of chop off the head. You'll notice I did that pretty thick. None of this is getting wasted. You just pop out that guy, and then boom, boom. You got 3 pieces that you might have thrown away otherwise. Then you have the core with the seeds and all that stuff, and now you get to pretend that you're that dude from Temple of Doom and just rip out its heart. There it is. And you end up with a perfectly seedless pepper. How big are your pieces? Great, I'm on track. And this, likewise, we're just cutting into, big old chunks. Doesn't matter what direction you cut them in, it's fine. Bring this over here so I have something to compare it to. Kendall's wonderful handiwork. You did great. What was I no for? Get a camera on Kendall. I'm kidding. You're sitting like a nerd. Kendall really has become like the person that I bounce off of when we're shooting. Like during Cacio e Pepe, I never answered that question, did I? From like 20 minutes ago. The next episode of Botched by Babish is Cacio e Pepe, and we just finished it last night. We did 3 different methods to make Cacio e Pepe, and everything went perfectly and exactly right on the first try. I'm kidding. It took me 7 tries to get a proper Cacio e Pepe going, because I didn't realize that you needed to not only kill the heat, but allow things to cool off a little bit, because what's called the cheese, Romano cheese, sure doesn't like heat. It completely just globs up whenever you. I missed doing the heart thing. I'm sorry. It just globs up when you overheat it, and you end up with big chunks of melty cheese and a sort of thin, watery sauce. And nobody's got time for that. Anyway, while I'm chopping these up, any other questions?
Yeah, Zana Wright asks, you've done some Ghibli food, but I would very much like a Ghibli menu with foods from Porco Rosso, Kiki's Delivery Service, etc.
Did you say Ghibli medley?
Yes.
That's a fun. That's what the episode will be called. Yeah. If yeah. So what was the name again? I'm sorry.
Zana, Z-A-N-N-A.
Zana Wright.
Yeah.
Zana Wright wants more Studio Ghibli foods. What do we think, folks? Leave a comment. Get ready to get flooded, because people want more Studio Ghibli foods. I am psyched to hopefully have Alvin take care of that for me. We really loved having Alvin Zoo over for our April Fool's episode, where he pretended to be me for a show called Anime with Alvin. And I'm very excited that I'm hoping we're going to have him back soon. We're going to do more of those. So that means he gets to do the Studio Ghibli food, because it's really hard and I don't have to do it anymore. That's really the secret benefit of that. But also, he's great. So I'm very happy to have him help us make a show. And I'm going to be doing more stuff with BuzzFeed, more of their their multi time stamp what do you call them? It's like 5 minutes, 50 minutes, 5 hours. I did it with pasta, and it was a lot of fun. Now I just got to skewer some vegetables. Let me know if I need to take like an ad break at some point soon. Like, do you think that I need to?
Well, yeah, we could do the drink again in 5 minutes.
All right. Well, let me just give Botanist a quick shout out and just say that this live stream is sponsored by the Botanist Isla Dry Gin, and it's a great gin. We've been working with them for a long time now. This is a beautiful grilled raspberry B&T, Botanist and Tonic. It's our playful spin on the word gin and tonic, and they sponsored this. They made this live stream possible. Thank you so much, The Botanist Isla Dry Gin. Available now on Drizzly. Use code Botanist Babish to get $5 off if you're a new user on Drizzly. Anyway, back to the grilling stuff. I'm gonna, just because it feels cool, I'm gonna do this with a glove. Why not? And this is gonna take some time. So any other questions we might have, I'm all ears.
Reed has given another $50 to
Reed.
answer this question. So
Reed, good Lord, yeah.
what are your thoughts on grilled sausages? I know a man who might have some everyday, ordinary sausage recipes that could be great on the grill.
I mean, that sounds great. I like sausage. I like ordinary things. Just let him, whoever he is, let him know that that sounds fun. And I mean, I wish that there was a channel that just did like, really fun sausages, like crazy sausages, like made out of things that you don't traditionally make sausage out of. It'd be so cool for somebody to innovate in that space. And I'm looking forward to, seeing what YouTubers create in that realm. And I'm just going to keep doing this until you lose your minds. Anyway, go ahead. Yes, I would love to do something with Ordinary Sausage. We've been in contact with them, and we're excited to do something with him. Go ahead.
Rachel Marie asks.
Oh, that's another onion.
My apartment doesn't allow grills, but I have a George Foreman electric grill. Will it work the same way if I were to do kebabs?
I would not recommend doing this on an electric indoor grill. What was the name? I'm so sorry.
Rachel Marie.
Rachel Marie, indoor electric grills, they're basically electric frying pans. You might as well do this in a frying pan because, yes, it has ridges, but all it's doing is heating up a metal surface. And that's what you do on the stovetop. So you don't really need to do that. The fact that it closes, if you have one of the sandwich style ones where it closes down, you are cooking it from both sides. But you're really only going to get the intended effect, especially with kebabs, if you do it on an outdoor grill. And I know, I feel your pain. Like I'm having the hardest time in the world right now continuing this pattern. which thing comes next? So red pepper, green pepper. I feel your pain because I live in New York City, and this is quite literally the first place I've been able to have a grill ever in my 10 years in New York City. Green, zucchini. Why is this so hard? I went to college. No, I won't do that. That's actually a good idea. But I'm super busy right now. I'm live streaming. But no, it's a perfectly fine way to make kebabs. You can do that, but it's just not going to be the same, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say, but all right. So we're almost done with a vegetable skewer. I'm going to do 2 of these just because I don't want to spend all night skewering vegetables. Zucchini. And you'll notice that I'm putting them on in different orientations. Some of the zucchini sideways, this one's facing forward. It's just because I want to maximize I want to make this as uniform a shaft as possible so that everything cooks evenly. Like this guy makes me nervous because he's sticking out so much. But overall, like this is a pretty even skewer. And so that, that bodes well for how it's going to cook on the grill. And once we're done skewering, we will hit those with oil, salt, and pepper, and then we're going to be able to start grilling. Before I do start grilling, though, I think I'll make another cocktail. Perhaps I'll have another sip of this one first. Any other questions?
Sure. Have you ever considered an episode on cooking a whole hog? King and Commoner.
King and Commoner asks if I've ever considered an episode where I make a whole hog. And the answer to that is maybe. you know, that's not an episode of basics, obviously, because, you know, I've done things like sous vide basics and people are like, this is not basics. Imagine if I did like whole hog basics. I don't think that would go over so well. So it would have to be for a binging. Is there any pop culture, like, is there an episode of King of the Hill where they make a whole hog?
Has to be.
There's an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where they make a whole cow stuffed with cheese and deep fried.
That's close.
I'm not super stoked on that, but you know, if that's what you guys want,
Somebody will tell us.
somebody will tell us. Shout it out in the comments where there's a whole hog
In King of Dale.
in King of the Hill specifically. I remember there's the episode where Dale and not Dale and Boomhauer, Bill and Boomhauer. Wait, this isn't right. No, that's right. Where Bill and Boomhauer get the deep fryer. Wow, this is so hard. And they just start deep frying anything, just like to try to see what they can deep fry. And eventually they accidentally deep fry a beer and it explodes and it's a disaster in hilarious fashion. Is that show coming back? Aren't they doing like a new, what?
Rumors.
Yeah, rumors.
I haven't heard any confirms.
Rumors and hearsay.
Yeah.
Not that yet. Green. I can do this. I don't need to put the bowls in order. That's crazy. Okay. All right. What other questions? What else we got?
Evan Bradley, any more collabs with Mythical GMM? Question mark?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've mainly just been hindered by pandemic travel stuff. But sorry. What was their name?
Evan Bradley.
Evan Bradley asks if we're going to be doing something soon again with Good Mythical Morning, and I love Rhett and Link and Josh especially. Josh and I still text on the regular, and I love hanging out with those guys. And now that we can start to travel, I'm fully vaxxed. If you are not vaxxed, please go get vaxxed. And now we're able to start traveling, and I'm very excited to see all of them again. They're all out in LA. That's going to be a good time. What else we got?
Flying Pig from The Simpsons, The Whole Hog in Shrek 2. Those are the two that I've got so far.
Did he eat the pig in the Simpsons movie?
Must, I guess.
I mean, he bought it with the intention of eating it, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think he ate it. The spider pig?
Spider Pig? Is that the same thing?
Harry Plopper? Yeah. Wait, was it Harry Plopper? That doesn't sound right. Okay, all right. 2 vegetable skewers is enough for you guys, right? I sure hope so. That's all I'm doing. All right. So, hit these guys, a little bit of oil. Oh my gosh, that grill has been. Oh no, it's fine. We're good. I'm just gonna check on the grill, guys. We're up at 550 right now, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I'm killing that 3rd burner, so now we're down to 2 burners. So we have hot on the left, indirect heat on the right. That is a great place to live. That's easy money. What else we got?
I think we gotta do Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
Yeah, it's gotta be Shrek.
All right, sounds like it's gonna be Shrek 2, folks. Whole hog from Shrek 2. Is that? I don't. Oh, you know what? I've never seen Shrek 2. That's why. I'm sorry to admit that right now online, in front of. It's no.
The best one.
It's the best one.
It's the best one.
Better than Shrek 1.
Better than Shrek 1.
Better than Shrek 3, which I've seen, but no, I haven't seen that.
Shrek 3's, well, that's controversial.
Let's cut over to Kendall for a little while. She's going to tell us about her favorite Shrek moments. Kendall has just strongly reprimanded me for not having seen Shrek 2. I'm sure I saw it on a bus on a school trip once back when it came out, or on a plane. But because back when that movie came out, you had to involuntarily watch movies when you traveled. Like there was no choice. Jess and I just flew out to LA the other week, and we got to watch any movie in the world. And now, what a time to be alive. Okay, we got salt, pepper, and oil on our vegetable skewers, which means I think we're ready to grill. But first, little drinky poo. They probably don't want me to call it that. So, a little cocktail, perhaps. Why don't we make a Negroni Bianco, which is a white version of a Negroni that instead of using the red Italian liqueur, it uses a white Italian bitter. I'm gonna have one more sip of this because it's so pretty. I mean, look at that. Ooh, that's good. The Botanist. I really hope that I see that on their bottles one day or something, just like in quotes, ooh, that's good. Anyway, all right. Let me get all this crap out of the way. These stupid vegetables. Is that out of the way? Is that cool? You good? All right. Okay, we're gonna make us a Negroni Bianco. Let me pull up the recipe for that because I don't have it memorized. Sorry. Oh, easy peasy. We got 3 ingredients. What's up?
No, just that plate's
Oh,
just in a little bit.
this plate's in?
That's fine.
You don't like this? Not a fan of the strip of fat and a couple stems on there? This is the reality of cooking. You don't see that on TV, on your favorite cooking shows. Okay, so this is even if you can believe it, an even simpler cocktail than the grilled raspberry B&T, which, as I say it out loud, is actually a pretty complicated cocktail because you have to grill raspberries. But this is an actually simple one. This one we are doing in a mixing glass, right? Yes. Okay. So we need a mixing glass full of ice. Let's switch to this cam so we can follow me over to the ice machine. What are you whispering about?
Ice cubes.
I can use these, right?
I think it's just the big.
I use the big one for the cocktail, but for mixing I use the little guys.
Oh, okay, yeah. For the cocktail itself.
Yeah, big ones for the cocktail itself. We got some beautiful king cubes that we ordered from a restaurant supply place that makes perfectly clear ice cubes, which I'm very, very excited to utilize in my life. Where's the glass? There it is. Okay, this is live TV, folks.
We're live.
Cut. Brad just talked. Yes, we are live in this thing that you are directing. So now I'm going to grab one of our beautiful clear cubes. Oh, they're all stuck together. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to give it a little rinse because then you can see how incredible it is. Look at this. Ready? Look at this. Oh, I can't quite see you through that, but that's a beautiful ice cube, and that's going directly into our glass. There we go. Let's do a little wipey wipe here. All right. So we're going to assemble. What's happening? Oh.
There's a flickering coming.
There's a flickering.
That's good.
It's fine. Is it over? Are we good?
It's
Okay,
over. It's over.
great. All right. We're never opening it again. It's fine. Okay, so we need a couple things to make this cocktail. I'm going to grab my Mies again. Here we go. These two guys. And anything else? Need a jigger. Okay, so for this cocktail, we need 1 ounce of the Botanist Isla dry gin, 22 herbs and spices, 22 botanicals. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Botanist. 22 botanicals that are hand foraged on the island, on the remote island of Isla, and lovingly crafted into this bespoke gin that has been so kind to sponsor this live stream. This live stream has been made possible by the Botanist. Anytime you see me do an ad read, that's what the million outtakes sound like beforehand. But we're live, so you get to hear them all. Thank you very much to the Botanist for making. Thank you very much to the Botanist for making this live stream possible and for giving me some delicious cocktails to drink on this, the first unofficial summer Friday. Because it is not officially the first Friday of the summer, but we're calling it that because why not? This has 1 ounce of each liquor. So 1 ounce of the Botanist Isla dry gin. It took me like legit a month to say Isla and not Isle. I know that's not correct, but that's just how I said it in my brain my entire life. And I had to train myself not to. 1 ounce of the Botanist Isla dry gin, which we're going to cap back up. We're keeping this away from the grill, okay? If you're making your cocktail near a grill, rethink your life decisions. Don't do that. Is this okay right here? What do you think? Look cool? All right. Oh, get it out? Okay. All right, Brad. Oh, okay. All right. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Is that okay?
Beautiful.
All right. Seamless again. So, okay.
No?
That no one even saw that. Blink and you miss it here at the BCU. So we got 1 ounce of white Italian bitter, or bitter bianco. This is a little tricky to get a hold of, so if you can't find it, I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. If you can't find it, you could probably just double up on this next ingredient, which is 1 ounce of white vermouth. And together, these guys are going to make a lovely summertime cocktail. I need the strainer. There it is. A lovely summertime cocktail that really refreshes as much as it tastes good. There's your new log line. The Botanist. Refreshes as much as it tastes good. Anyway, that's, you're welcome. That's a free one. That's freebie. I'm going to center this right up. Is that center? You guys know how I feel about symmetry. I like having right in the center. So, mixing this guy up. Now, you generally want to mix until the mixing glass is frosty. This is a terribly thick glass, so I am going to do that. But it's going to water down my cocktail a bit, which is fine. I'm on camera. I don't need full strength Negroni Bianco. That's what it's called. It's frosty. All right, that happened way faster than I thought it was gonna. That's great. And then we're gonna strain this into a glass with a pre-prepared king cube awaiting. There we go. Pour it on in. And this, I mean, it's like, I don't know how to describe this because I'm a huge martini fan. So that's one reason that I really love the Botanist, because I get to make my martinis with it. But this is almost like a martini on the rocks, but it's much sweeter and mellower because of, but it still has that, like, funky bitter taste that you would normally get in a Negroni, but it's lighter and more refreshing. I really enjoy it. Oh, I just spilled things. Do you mind pouring another one of those? Probably not. It's okay. I'll figure it out. And then we're just going to simply garnish this with an orange twist. I'm so sorry I spilled the whatever that was. Okay, she knows what it is. Kendall's headed back downstairs. You know, something I haven't addressed yet is that we're not in the Babish kitchen. Well, you might notice that things look a little different, and that's because we're in my house. We're in my home kitchen. This is where I live, and I'm inviting you inside. What happened? It's locked? Well, you can't walk behind me. It'll ruin the entire live stream. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Here, Kendall, come on in here. We got Kendall. This is Kendall Beach.
Oh no, I was gonna run. Hi.
This is Kendall Beach. She is our kitchen producer, and she's braving the rain right now to go replace the thing that I just spilled. To finish our cocktail, our Negroni Bianco, we're going to garnish it with this twist of orange peel. And how's that look? Is that cool? What do you think?
It's gorgeous.
I can't see it from your angle. What about like that? Ooh, should it hang over the rim a little bit, playfully? Like,
That's nice.
like, come on in. Water's fine. The Botanist is fine. Botanist is not fine. It's great. Thank you so much again to the Botanist for sponsoring this live stream. Head to Drizzly if you want to get yourself a bottle of the Botanist and enter, it says mention code, which is very funny when you're talking about an app, but use code BotanistBabish to get $5 off if you're a new user. I was about to say member. I probably should have memorized this. I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you so much to the Botanist. It's one of my favorite spirits. It's certainly my favorite gin. It's made with 22, not just 22 distinct hand-forged botanicals forged on the remote island of Isla. And it's just an easy drinking gin. It's great on its own. It's great in cocktails. And this is no exception. I haven't even tried it yet. I know it's going to be good. Here, I'm going to look in camera 2. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I was early. I messed up. But I got you.
Let's do it again. Ooh, I almost organically went, ooh, that's good. Instead of saying it the way I'm supposed to. Thank you so much. It's okay. I'll wait. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do it again. And thank you so much to the Botanist for sponsoring this live stream. Ooh, that's good. Nice. Oh, no, the genuinely is really, really good. I love a Negroni, and this one is so much lighter and sweeter and more floral and refreshing. It's perfect for summer grilling, rain or shine. So, speaking of summer grilling, is there any other stuff that we want to touch on before I start grilling stuff?
I think you nailed it.
I mean,
There's more questions, but you nailed it.
I'm also just going to read some of the log lines here. You know, the Botanist is the gin to have in your home bar because it goes perfectly in pretty much anything. You know, cereal. I'm kidding. In any gin-based cocktail, it works beautifully, and I'm really grateful to have them as a sponsor. I'm grateful to be enjoying a few cocktails while I grill. Any questions before we head out to the grill?
Kadaru
Kadaru
from Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York.
Do you think you'll ever come back to your hometown and organize a fan meet and greet? Love your content, by the way. Keep it up.
Do I ever think I will come back to my hometown of Rochester, New York and organize a fan meet and greet? Yeah. Yeah, I do. You can bet on that. Switch to camera B. You can bet on that. Back to camera A. Now back to grilling. All right. So I have my cocktail. I've got my meat. That if you're just joining us, we've got our meat tossed with salt and pepper and a little bit of high smoke point oil. This is a light olive oil. Alternately, you could use vegetable or canola oil. And we've salted and peppered them well ahead of cooking because that's going to help them retain more moisture. It's going to deeply season them. It's just a net positive thing to do with most meats. I'm not going to say all meats, but most meats, especially when you're grilling. And you'll also notice, again, if you're just joining us, that I have the beef on their own skewers, the chicken on their own skewers, and the vegetables on their own skewers because these things cook at different rates. So it just makes sense to keep them on their own skewers. And then when you present them, you've got here's the beef, here's the chicken, and everybody gets to just take their own bits, okay? I know it's charming to have your own kebab and to go like this. Nobody actually likes going like this. It's dangerous for your teeth. And I'm going to make everybody freak out right now. This is going to be unpleasant for you, especially Jess. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wanted me to do that. to prove a point, Brad. To prove a point that. Ow. Is it weird that I can see flavors? No. All right. So anyway, what was I trying to prove with that? It was that nobody wants to eat a kebab like this. You want to fork off the pieces that you want to eat, put together a pile of different meats and vegetables, and call it a day. Now, I think it's time that we grill. I got my cocktail. I got my grill preheated. We're going to start by cleaning our grill. Are you ready for this? Where's the steel wool? I have to do something. Oh, she's right. I have to do something first. I almost forgot. We're making, I spilled some stuff before, so that's why this is a mess. It is nobody else's fault but mine, including the teeth kebab thing. We're gonna make a quick basting sauce that we're just gonna baste the meats and vegetables with, totally optional. I love the flavor of meats and vegetables just off the grill. Salt and pepper, that's enough for me. But this is gonna add a whole other bunch of flavor, including the dipping sauce that we're gonna make. Again, totally optional, really, really delicious. So, to make, is this to make the sauce in? I presume so. I have to wipe everything down because I spilled on it. So, this is for making the dipping sauce. Okay, where do I make the,
In the bowl next to lime.
Oh, okay, that's smart. So I'm gonna repurpose this lime bowl with my dipping sauce. Do we have a grill brush, by the way, ready to go? Oh my gosh, she's so good. She's so great. Kendall Beach, everybody. She's the only one that has.
Wait, but I'm only 90% sure that it's okay for grilling. Just look at it.
Huh? You're only 90% sure that the. No, that's good for grilling.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a silicone brush. It has a wooden handle. Yeah, back up. Thank you, Kendall. Those claps were 90%, just to make sure that there's no funny business. So I'm slicing up all these limes. We want the juice of all these limes. You need a lot of lime juice in any given lime situation. What? This was like 5-6 limes, right? 5 or 6 limes. And that's how much you want in addition to some oil and some garlic. That's really, question mark? Yes, that's really all we're putting in this baste because, and we're gonna do it right at the last minute because garlic, we would just want it to get kissed by the heat of the grill. Any questions while I'm juicing these millions of limes?
Yeah, one from the chat. This guy's been really persistent.
Oh boy.
I don't know if it's a troll, but I have a suggestion. Some dishes from Resident Evil Village. And they also Resident Evil 8. Is there food like zombie food? Is that the joke?
It's pretty funny. Somebody has been insistent that we make food from Resident Evil Village, which I haven't played because I'm a little scaredy boy. And I don't like scary things. I don't like being spooked or spoofed or startled or even being as, hey bud, somebody wants to be on camera. Come here. Yeah, you want to be on camera, don't you? Come here. This is how I hold cats, like a gun. No. This is Ro. Ro the cat. Hi bud. What's going on up here, huh? What's happening, Daddy? Sorry, bud. Okay, here. Come on. I know you want to get. Ow! Damn it. Okay. Get the cat fur off. Okay. Anyway, Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil Village is a game that has zombies in it, which is why I haven't played it because I get a little scared. And it's the same reason I'm dying to play Half-Life Alyx, but I can't. It looks too scary. I remember playing Half-Life when I was like 12 and being scared to death of those face hugger things. And to do that in VR, no thank you. Anyway, there's apparently food in Resident Evil Village, and we'll look into it. I'll have Kendall play it for me. She doesn't like scary things either. I'll have Jess play it for she doesn't like scary things. Oh, Brad, do you like scary things? Brad doesn't like scary things. Sawyer loves scary things. Sawyer, everybody, let's also give Sawyer a big round of applause because my man's a new daddy. Woo! Father of a healthy, perfect baby. Yeah, it's a perfect boy. And I'm very proud of you and very happy for you. And to show him how proud of him we are, we got him a Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville, the Bali edition. Sorry.
And it works.
It's a machine. It's not a liquor. It's a machine. Yeah, no, you can use tequila.
Forgot where we were with that.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
I forgot it. Yeah.
I got him a bottle of The Botanist.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's true. I actually did get you a bottle of Botanist. Okay, now that we deftly got out of that one, what's up?
Wash your hands.
Wash my.
That cat.
Oh, I touched the cat. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Internet. I mean, that cat's clean as a whistle. I'll have you know. It's a very clean cat. But I appreciate your caution. But also, as with every episode of Binging, this isn't for anybody but me. Everybody's going to watch me eat this at the end and not get any of themselves. That's the rule, and that's how we do things around here. The splatters. This is why I wear an apron usually, because I get splatters on myself. Okay, clean hands, clean heart, can't lose. What? Wide eyes, big heart, can't lose. Clear eyes, full heart. Full eyes, clear heart. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. All right, now to finish up our basting sauce, we have about an equal amount of vegetable oil and just a whole bunch of garlic. This is what? This is 6 cloves of garlic. Where's my crusher? Oh, she put all my tools out. So nice. That's my biggest kitchen tip is hire Kendall. No, don't hire Kendall. She's good. Right? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great.
Just like that, actually.
Oh, Jess laid them out. Get yourself a Jess. No, Jess too is also happy here. Don't take them from me. Oh, that sounds really possessive. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant, you know. Okay, thanks. Sorry. Anyway, as usual, the live stream is going off the rails, but we're still somehow soldiering forward and making food and cocktails, and I dare say having a good time and celebrating 9 million subscribers, folks. We hit 9 million subscribers not 1 hour ago.
Lizzie says NCIS does a whole hog.
Somebody named Lizzie has informed us that a little syndicated television show called NCIS has done a whole hog, which honestly sounds pretty gruesome. I honestly don't know the context for that. Is the whole hog like part of the crime scene, or is it just like one kooky character loves to cook? It's like that girl with the goth girl and she loves to barbecue, probably. Okay. Yeah, that follows. All right, so we got ourselves a. Yeah. Is it really?
I'm hoping she responds.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lizzie. Any other questions?
Odd question. What brand is your hat? I love it and want to pick one up for myself. Also, thanks for the great vids. Much love from Seattle, Matt Hoffman.
Matt Hoffman is curious about where I got my hat. And Jess got me this hat, so she's going to have to illuminate that. Amazon. Really? Cool. All right, so, but what's it called? What's the...
I can look it up.
You mean this isn't a brand name hat? I'm kidding. I love this hat. I like wearing a black ball cap. I like it. Makes me feel safe, makes me feel good. Now we're gonna make a dipping sauce that is a combination of hoisin, soy, is this rice wine vinegar? Okay, and garlic and ginger. This is totally optional, but you'll thank me later, kind of dipping sauce. Where we got, this looks like, I'm gonna guess on all these amounts. This looks like half a cup of hoisin. All right, I got 2 thumbs up on the half cup of hoisin. Now we move on to the soy sauce. I'm also gonna put this at a half cup. Yeah, I'm gonna put this at a third of a cup. I'm gonna put this at 3/8 of a cup. Quarter cup. This is not a quarter cup. Get out of here. Now she's just messing with me because we have company. This to me looks like a quarter cup. No, 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons, I got it, of rice wine vinegar. Then we've got, this is probably a ½ inch worth of ginger that's been crushed, or grated rather. And then we've got, where'd my garlic crusher go? Oh, here it is. And then we've got 3 cloves of garlic that we're gonna crush in there. And this just makes like how long did this take? About 15 minutes? This makes it super quick and easy. So I'm kidding, it took about 30 seconds. Makes it very, very quick, very, very easy, very, very delicious dipping sauce. With some lovely, it kind of reminds me of like a dumpling sauce, I guess, because it's got the nice sharpness of the soy. And you know what would be great in this is black vinegar. I didn't want to make it too, because not everybody has black vinegar kicking around their house like we do. But that sounded braggy. It's just because I make a cooking show. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. A lot of folks don't have access to black vinegar. You kind of have to get it at specialty grocery stores. But it's really, really delicious. And if we brought down the hoisin and upped some black vinegar, that would be a really lovely sauce. But this is really, really nice too. Sorry to downsell the thing we're actually making. It's got a lot of hoisin in it, which the mixture of hoisin and soy sauce really gives it the perfect consistency for dipping. It's not super thick like a barbecue sauce where it's going to dominate whatever you're dipping in there. It's just going to coat it lightly, kind of like a dumpling sauce. Let me get a tasting spoon, perhaps this one. So simple, so good. The ginger really comes through. That's going to be really nice on the beef in particular, and the chicken, and the vegetables. Speaking of which, why don't we get those guys on the grill, shall we? Let's do it. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Let's do it. right out this way. All right. So the meat is probably going to take longest to cook, and I want to get a really nice sear on it. See, our grill's right around 450. That means it's got great ambient temperature. And this side is going to be hot, hot, hot. But first I want to clean it. I forgot about that. Where's the steel wool? Steel wool's on the sheet tray. Perfect. So first thing we're going to do is brush it down. And ideally you should have a grill brush if you own a grill, but if you can't find yours, then you can use a bit of steel wool that I'm holding onto with some tongs. And just brush it down. You're just trying to get off the all the detritus from the last time you grilled. Get these grates nice and smooth and ready for the next generation of grilled food that you intend to bring to the party. There we go. You want to do this while the grates are nice and hot. If you try to do this while the grill's cold, all the grease, all the fat, all the nasty that was on there is not going to let you scrape anything off. You're just going to mush it around. But if you got we preheated this grill forever, and that just basically carbonizes anything that's left on here. It makes it super easy to just scrub right off. Now next, I'll be right back. Next, you can follow me though. That's okay. Next, we're going to also oil the grates. Best way to do this, I find, is a little bit of neutral high smoke point oil. Again, this is like a grilling olive oil. Normally you wouldn't want to do this with olive oil, but this is a nice light olive oil that's been filtered and isn't extra virgin and won't burn or turn acrid or smoke. But you know, you can use vegetable oil, you can use canola, and then we're just going to get some on a paper towel like that. Just use it to coat down the grates. This is going to help prevent things from sticking, as you might have guessed. And just like cast iron, it's going to create a layer of polymerized oil on your grates. There we go. It's particularly important on the high heat side of things. There we go. Nice and nice. Close that down. This goes in here, and our meat needs the most time on there. So I'm going to throw these guys on first. Probably the chicken thigh. These guys really need to be cooked up to 175. I like to cook chicken thigh to 175 because it's full of connective tissue and fat that really needs to break down. Very hard to overcook chicken thigh. I'm going to put it way back here. It's the hottest part of the grill. You ready? Ready for some sizzle? Can you hear that? I'm trying to get my mic close to it without burning my beard. The beef as well, I'm going to put towards the back because it can handle some heat. Typically, at least with my grill, you have to get to know your grill. With my grill, hottest parts in the back corner, coolest parts out front. So that's why the chicken breast is headed out here. And I realize now I don't have enough room for my vegetables, so I'm actually going to crank on these burners. And we'll turn this into an indirect cooking system once the vegetables are done. So, my veggie guys are headed right here. Boom. Close them up, let them sit. You want to let it sit for two reasons. First off, if I tried to pull that chicken off right now, it would stick like it was glued to those grates. But if I let it form a crust, not only do you want a crust, not only do you want the Maillard reaction to occur and give you a nice brown crust, lots of flavor, lots of texture on the outside of your chicken or beef, that's what's gonna lift it off the grates. That's what's gonna make it not stick. So we're gonna let that go for a few minutes before we turn it. We're gonna make sure we get some good grill marks on there. Let's head back inside. We are not letting, we're not letting rain stop us today. So what do we got in terms of questions while I have a sip of my cocktail?
James asked about the pepper grinder. I feel like you gotta shout it out.
Oh, of course. No, this guy's a friend. So this is made by a small company called Man Kitchen, M-A-N-N Kitchen, which I think in his native language means my kitchen. So it's not like Man Kitchen. It's like Man Kitchen. And it's really a revolutionary device. This is a marvel of engineering. It grinds pepper. I want to do a demo, but I don't want to mess this up. Let's do a plate. We'll do a plate. Some of my personal home plates. There we go. This is what I eat off of, my actual meals. You'll notice that it grinds pepper at an incredible rate. And you're welcome for the free plug, my friend, because it's really an incredible pepper grinder. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pricey. You can order them on his website, Man Kitchen, M-A-N-N Kitchen. I think his Kickstarter still might be live, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like a $200 pepper grinder, which is a lot for a pepper grinder, but it's so beautifully over-engineered. Like, to refill it, all you gotta do is press this button. This pops right off. Everything feels so satisfying. All the buttons. You know how I love how we feel about buttons. That click that it makes when you drop it back down.
And the confidence of the drop.
Yeah.
So nice.
No, everything about it is just perfect. And it also, you cover up the grinding mechanism. Freshly ground pepper, ready to go in its own little cup. Anyway, we're not even giving the botanist good enough as good advertisement as we are Man Kitchen right now. But I should mention that this stream is brought to you by the Botanist. Please go to Drizzly if you want to order yourself a bottle and use code Botanist Babish to get $5 off if you're a new Drizzly member. They have been kind enough to sponsor this live stream. We've been making a couple cocktails. We made the grilled raspberry B&T, and what I'm sipping on now is a Negroni Bianco. What I'm sipping on now is a Negroni Bianco, which is just really a super light, refreshing, floral version of the Negroni that you know and love. No better way to grill, if you ask me. So now, what are we doing? We're waiting for that stuff to brown up. Let's do a couple more questions while we're waiting to get some grill marks. Funamina Picklesworth
asks, have you ever thought about doing a basics episode on casseroles? $25.
asks, have you ever thought about making a basics episode on casseroles, and did a $25 super chat. Thank you so much. What was it?
Funamina Picklesworth.
Funamina Picklesworth. Thank you very much, Funamina Picklesworth. Say that 5 times fast. Yes. I wanted to do one. I was going to do casseroles for you, Jake, because recently I did a frozen foods episode because my man had a baby, and that's what I was told. Like, the best thing to get new parents is, you know, frozen, quick, easy meals. And so I was going to do casseroles, but then I decided, okay, we should do, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I would love to do a casseroles episode. I grew up eating casseroles, you know, broccoli, cheese, rice casserole. That's my favorite thing at Thanksgiving. So we will definitely do a casserole episode in the near future. What else we got?
SNK asks, have you ever done a collab with Alton Brown or Chef John? I'd love to see it. Love from West Virginia.
I've not ever done a collab with Alton Brown or Chef John. I have spoken with both of them. Chef John is a really, 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 really sweet guy who sent me some barbecue sauce, and Sawyer has a cat. Ro doesn't care at all.
No, dude.
All right. It's over. But what the hell was I talking? I have the worst short-term memory. Chef John is the sweetest guy. He sent me some of his barbecue sauce. He makes an amazing San Francisco-style barbecue sauce, which I didn't even know was a thing, but it's delicious. I learned how to cook from him in many ways, and Alton Brown. These are two of my food heroes. Alton Brown, we've talked on Instagram a little bit, so the fact that he even knows I exist is pretty crazy. But we don't have anything on the books. So hopefully one day soon we'll be able to do something together. Maybe all three of us. That'd be fun. What else we got?
The Dank Heat Gamer asks, do you like NASCAR?
You know, I was raised on NASCAR, okay? I'm from upstate New York, which is the deep south of the north. And what? Oh, sorry. I've been asked if I like NASCAR. And my answer was, I'm from Rochester, New York. I was raised surrounded by cornfields, and that's not a joke. You've been in my house. I literally just had cornfields on each side, and I was terrified all the time after the movie Signs. And that's not the question. The question is, do I like NASCAR? Frankly, Not really, because of the just sort of single lap. The oval track really is what whenever they do. I can't remember what they're called. Circuit races, just the IndyCar stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but whenever they do get off the oval track, that's when I get a little excited. I do like motorsports. I do like F1. I do like Le Mans because they're really complicated tracks. And I've driven myself at Watkins Glen, which is a former F1 track in upstate New York. And I almost died because my brakes gave out when I was going 115 miles an hour, which I know is not that fast, but it is when you don't have any brakes. What else we got?
Where did you put the lime juice? People are curious. They forgot where the lime juice.
Oh.
What the lime juice was for.
So the lime juice, I probably didn't make that clear enough. The lime juice I mixed together with some oil and garlic, and I'm going to use it to baste everything. I'm going to hit it with the brush on the grill right before it comes off. Garlic takes about 1 minute to cook tops. So I just want to just dress it with this a little bit, let it get kissed by the heat of the grill. I'm seeing some smoke coming off that grill, so maybe we should start turning things. But this goes on last, to answer your question. This goes on last. Let's head outside, shall we? We ready? Here we go. What do we got? Oh yeah, I'm seeing some color. I need some tongs. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. See, you're only going to get that kind of color if you hit the meat with some oil. You need to hit the meat with some oil. That's what helps it sort of carbonize like that, and get that beautiful crust on there. See how nothing is sticking? Everything's lifting right off effortlessly. That's exactly what we're looking for. And as you can see, this is not browning as much as this guy because it's way hotter in that back part of the grill. Now, just to make sure that we don't overcook stuff, I'm going to crank that down a little bit. Let's take a look at our vegetables. These guys need a little bit more time on that side. Did I lose a vegetable? I heard you go, whoop. Okay, what did I do?
Oh, no, I just didn't see.
Oh, okay, sorry. Shoulders in the way, there we go. Things are looking great. We just flipped these guys, they're looking good. I'm probably just gonna sear these, I'm probably gonna sear the beef and the chicken breast on this side alone. This I might give another turn. In fact, I might turn this around because it seems like it's really getting blasted in that corner. Oh yeah. Obviously you don't want flare-ups. Flare-ups are not ideal. That's where you get those really sort of bitter grill flavors. So I like seeing the flames. It's a lot of fun, but you don't really want that. Can I see my breath right now? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah. What's going on?
What's happening? I thought this was the first unofficial Summer Friday. Anyway, all right, let's go back in here. I completely forgot that we were grilling, if I'm being totally honest. I got so absorbed in the NASCAR question. What else we got?
Ari Nestelbaum asks, hey, would you ever consider doing a series dedicated to foods for specific diets with specific needs, such as, all capitals, FODMAP, keto, kosher, halal, etc.?
I don't know what FODMAP is. FODMAP.
What is that?
What is?
It's
Here, come. Okay, never mind.
It's a low glycemic index food thing.
Okay. Well, personally, I don't know that one, but the question was, am I ever going to make some episodes that cater to specific diets and food requirements? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. The one that we have most imminent is gluten-free pasta. We're working on our best possible gluten-free pasta blend, if you will, of different flours and different, just how to make it gluten-free for all of our celiac friends out there and for everybody who is gluten-averse. We want to get you the best pasta that we possibly can. That's coming soon. And we definitely want to explore other food allergies. There's a lot of, and food dietary requirements. There's a lot of different needs out there, and we're excited to figure out what we can add to that conversation. What else we got?
Any more knives coming soon?
Yes. Sorry, the question was, any more knives coming soon? The answer is yes. We have a full set of cutlery coming out. Most of the knives are out. We do have a couple more coming. Carving knife, carving fork that I'm very, very excited about. We've kind of modeled it after this one, so that's fun. We also have a full line of every imaginable kitchen product coming out. Cutting boards. I'm looking at them right there. Can I show like prototypes?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys some prototypes. I just got sent a full battery of prototypes. So follow me, won't you?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so check this out. We got a cocotte. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. We got the big saute pan. This is good. Baking dishes. So we have all different kinds of fun goodies coming out. Like here.
That well-loved one up there, you can show.
Oh yeah. So these are just prototypes. This is also a very early prototype, but it is my favorite pan that we have coming out. It's a deep 12-inch saute pan. This is great not only for, sauteing, but also it's great for deep frying. I do all my deep frying in this guy, and it's great for braising. Like it's just the right height for braising, 6 short ribs. It's perfect because every time you do that in a big Dutch oven, you end up with all this air on top, and this is just exactly the right height for braising. It's my favorite pan, and we do have it coming soon. I'm sorry I just hit the mic. We got a full line of cookware, a full line of dinnerware, silverware, everything, every kind of ware. Those guys, these are experimental models that I'm literally seeing for the first time. We got ourselves a beautiful enameled cocotte with the dimples on here. This helps evenly distribute condensation that builds up on the lid when you're braising stuff. This helps, instead of just making it go down the sides of the pan, these dimples help it drip all over, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I'm not here to sell my cookware, but that stuff is coming soon. I'm going to check on these guys again, I think. What do you think, folks? Are we ready? Jess, are you ready? You cool? All right, here we go. All right, cool. You got it. You got it. You're good. Those are looking good. Let's flip the veg. Where are my tongs? Could you clear off one of these sheet pans so I can put the finished stuff on it? Thank you so much. All right, we got some real nice color on the veg. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm standing in the way. Those are very nicely cooked veg. We're not doing indirect fire today against my better instincts. We're just gonna grill everything until it's done. This beef is looking pretty right to me, as is this chicken. Well, I guess the chicken could use another minute. What I am gonna grab is a thermometer because, folks, especially with kebabs, the only way you're gonna be able to tell if this stuff is done is if you temp it. Oh, that guy's well done. That can't be right. I'm gonna turn this away from you so I'm not embarrassed because I do think I overcooked the beef, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna lower the heat over here. There we go. Lower this way down. Let's see if the chicken's cooked. My chicken breast still, no, it's 155. That's right where I like it. So I'm gonna give everybody a baste. Everybody a baste. Let's mix everything together again. So the garlic is floating throughout. We want all that garlic, all that lime juice, all that oil. There we go. And let's just baste it down. There we go. This, totally optional, but it's just gonna add another little dimension of flavor to everything you've got on the grill. That chicken thigh could cook, honestly, forever, and it's still gonna be really, really good. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of oil in there, so do be careful of flare-ups. They are gonna happen. There we go. Make sure everybody's well coated. I'm gonna do the vegetables too. I might just do it. I might just do the veg. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Okay, and we have, all right, this is good to go. Thank you so much. And we're almost done, folks. We almost got ourselves some grilled stuff. What I'm gonna do is just let that garlic cook for like, planes. I'm just gonna let that garlic cook for like 30 seconds. It just needs a little bit of heat so it's not raw. And then I'm gonna pull everything off and we're gonna eat it. Or I'm going to eat it alone. Oh, here we go. No, I'm kidding, everybody's gonna eat it, don't worry. I feed my crew, I feed everybody. So the vegetables, I honestly think need a little bit more time. This also, yeah, the chicken thighs could use a little more time, but I think my chicken breast is ready to go, as is the beef. Beef's done. Beautiful. Chicken breast, I think we're good to go. I flipped it over just so that garlic gets a little kiss of heat. That I'm gonna let go for just a little bit longer, just because I've never had overcooked chicken thigh, honestly. I've never had it in my life. You could push that to 210 and it would be fine. Let's see how these guys are looking. No, veg needs a little bit more time. See, this is why we have things on separate skewers, so we can control how much heat, how much grill oven everything's getting. Let's bring these back in here. Beautiful. I'm gonna steal myself a piece of beef because it's my house, and why did I do that? I just touched the skewer like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I'm gonna close this up so no cats escape because we have a particularly adventurous one tonight. Do we have any of gloves up here? No, I can just use one of these. Just like I'm a real cook. This is how you really do it. Let's grab one of these boys off, come on. That garlic is so nice on there. There's a problem with eating on a cooking show. You just get silence and chewing noises for like 30 minutes.
Can you do that more into the mic, please?
Got to get it out of the teeth, you know? Ah, okay, great. People probably loved that. ASMR mouth smacking. What are you going to do? Thank you again to the Botanist for sponsoring this live stream. Botanist Isla Dry Gin has 22 distinct hand-foraged botanicals from the remote island of Isla. And we've made some lovely cocktails with their gin tonight. We've made a grilled raspberry B&T, and we've made a Negroni Bianco. And if you'd like to try the Botanist Gin yourself, please go to Drizzly and use the code BotanistBabish to get $5 off if you're a new user. Drizzly is Drizzly is an app where you can order alcohol, and it generally gets you within an hour. So this could be yours inside the hour. This has been Babish. Let's get the rest of the food. Let's go. You ready? Ready to do it again? Yeah. All right. All right, I think those are good. I need tongs. Hi. All right, we got our chicken thigh here. That's looking mighty nice. And then we got our veg. I don't want to lose. What's happening? What is with this year? Oh, it's better than last year, I guess, right? Yeah. All right, so veg is off. And of course, once we are done cooking, killing all the burners. Turn off the propane down below when you don't have a handful of food. And here we go. We're back at camera A. Brad, ow. And I'll close this so Mr. Rowe doesn't get too curious. There we go. And there you have it, folks. We have some quick and easy kabobs, chicken, beef, and vegetable with a delicious hoisin soy ginger garlic dipping sauce. This is the way to start the summer, even though it's not summer and it's raining like crazy. It sure feels like it in here because I got myself a Negroni Bianco, I got myself some freshly grilled meats and vegetables, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So should we take a few more questions before we dig in?
Yeah, I've got Dawson Cooper is requesting that you make lefse. It's a Norwegian potato flatbread that is traditionally made and served around the holidays.
Dawson Cooper requests that I make lefse, which is a Norwegian flatbread bread that is served around the holidays. That sounds very interesting, and I'd like to look into that more. Thank you so much. I have so much to learn about Norwegian cuisine in particular, but also in life in general. Never stop learning, kids. I might actually hit this with a little bit more of the baste. I'm not gonna mind. Don't only do this if you really like garlic flavor. because this is raw garlic, so it's going to be very, very strong. But I like it. So I'm going to do the chicken thigh with this, and that's going to be really, really nice. Maybe one of the chicken breasts too, so you guys have a choice in your dining experience. God, that smells good. There we go. And that's it, folks. How's it look? Are we all plated up nice? Everything look cool? Botanist looks nice. Kabobs look nice. Great. And my Negroni Bianco looks real nice. Because it's the perfect drink for grilling, rain or shine, on the first unofficial summer Friday, which is today. So thank you again so much to the Botanist for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate it. Cocktails were delicious. The food's delicious. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Is there anything else you want to touch on? We're exactly on time. What's happening? How did we do this on time? That's insane.
I think to finish it off, turn off the gas.
Let's go turn off the gas, folks. Here we go. Planes! All right. This is the most important part of cooking. Between grill uses, turn off your gas. Okay? There we go. Safe and sound. Make sure everybody's off. I don't know why I did that, but just check. I don't know. There we go. And that's all there is to grilling, folks. That's all you got to do. You got to throw some meat on a stick. You got to mix up a cocktail with the Botanist, and you got to take in the summer rains, the summer rainy breezes, where I could see my breath outside just now. But like I said, I'm an American. Nothing will stop me from grilling, ever. Don't sprinkle on me, rain. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining and hanging out. Thank you very much again to the Botanist for sponsoring this episode. Is there anything else that I need for that read?
The promo code one more
Let's
time.
give the promo code one more time, guys. If you want to try the Botanist for yourself, go to Drizzly. It is an app for ordering alcohol. You can get alcohol within 1 hour. And you can order a bottle of the Botanist. If you use the code BotanistBabish, you get $5 off if you're a new user. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you for all the great questions, particularly from Rochesterians. And there was one Rochesterian, and I appreciate them. But I appreciate all of you, of course. And I haven't tried this dipping sauce yet either. I might as well do that on camera, am I right? I think I'm going to do the chicken breast. I should use a fork instead of my fingers, like a civilized human being. And for anybody who's curious, I'm going to do the thigh. What am I doing? For anybody who's curious about where we are and what we're doing, this is my home kitchen. This is where I live. I'm going to try this on its own first. That's really good. What do I do? What do I do while I'm chewing? Leave a comment. What does a cooking show host do while he's chewing? Anyway, we're here in my home kitchen. This is where I live, literally one floor above the Babish kitchens. We wanted to be up here so we could be closer to the grill and closer to the heart. I love you too. You didn't say it, but I felt it in that awe. It's been really lovely having you guys in my actual home. It's been really nice. Ro says hi. He's not around right now, but I'm sure he's gonna jump up here and just eat half of this chicken before I even realize what's happening. Thank you so much again to the Botanist for sponsoring this live stream. Thank you for the delicious cocktails. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for helping us hit 9 million subscribers, which we just hit about 2 hours ago. Thank you guys so much. This has been a dream. This has been a great way to end the week. And happy Friday, happy grilling, happy Memorial Day, happy summer. Thanks, guys. Dippa dippa.